Hi guys, and good Monday morning. It is November 4th. Thanks for tuning in to our update. If you're just joining us for the first time, this isn't like a normal newscast kind of update. This is more kind of a conversation. So I am going to be summarizing some of the big stories that you guys are sharing on Facebook, that you're clicking on KHOU.com, and we want you to join in on the conversation. So leave your comments and questions. Also, my apologies if I sound like I'm a little bit out of breath. I had surgery Thursday morning. They cut through my abs, so I'm still in recovery a little bit, and it hurts to breathe, which is always fun. Actually, it hurts to do anything. You learn very quickly how often you use your abs when a doctor cuts through them, it turns out. So again, leave your comments and questions, and then at the end, we'll circle back. We have Jaime over here running the computer, so he'll be keeping an eye out for some of your comments. We're gonna start with this story out of Padre Island. You've probably seen the headline over the past few days because this weekend, 2 bodies were found buried in the beach, and we now know the names of those people. It's James and Michelle Butler. They were buried one on top of the other. Now, they were reported missing back on October 16th. They'd been traveling around the country. They had a camper with them. You know, they were sharing photos like this on Facebook and with their family and friends. But those family and friends hadn't seen them or hadn't heard from them since October 16th or October 14th, reported them missing on the 16th. And during a search, their investigators found those 2 bodies. The vehicles that the Butlers were driving, though, are missing. That truck and the camper. They were seen on surveillance video between October 20th and 21st crossing the U.S.-Mexico border, and investigators say the driver was not James or Michelle. So there are still a lot of questions here. This is a developing story that we'll keep updating throughout the day, throughout the week, as there's new information. The next story is one that happened overnight here, and it is another one that has a lot of questions, definitely more than answers at this point, but police are trying to piece it together. So around 11 last night, there was an SUV driver on Gulf Bank, and officers say maybe he got in an argument with someone. They're really not sure, but someone shot him. He ended up mashing the gas pedal of his SUV and crashing right into that dry cleaners. When officers got there, they say he was dead on scene, and they're looking for surveillance video right now to figure out what all led up to this. All they know is that he was shot and he crashed, and so they want to figure out kind of what else went down there. There's a really popular story that you guys are sharing that you're clicking on. It's actually out of Phoenix, but it's a good warning for people nationwide. So I don't know if you've ever had one of those bad breakups and you have the ex that kind of won't let go. There are cases of this all the time, and technology is a crazy tool for them now because they can access your phone, your computer, and in some cases, your security cameras in your home. It happened to a woman in Phoenix. Her name is Rebecca Nelson, and if you click the link that we'll share, you can read her whole story. It is absolutely terrifying, but 13% of survivors report that an ex is tracking them. Advocates for domestic violence say that number is actually way higher, and there's a lot of different steps you can take to protect yourself. That's all in that link, but this isn't a local story, so I don't know it inside and out, but the article is a really good resource. If that's a concern for you or something you're worried about, definitely read up. It is fascinating because it's one of those things we didn't have to worry about 20 years ago. You know, it's a whole new layer to a breakup and stalking and domestic violence situations. Take a deep breath, get away from the bad news for a second, and congrats to GREINKE. He won the Gold Glove Award for the National League. He was awarded last night. That's his 6th time winning, and you're like, wait a minute, National League, he plays for the Astros, American League. Remember, he got traded midseason, so he won for the National League. No other Astros got one, although they were up for a number of the positions. So there's that. Also, Hey, the Texans won. Did you get up early to watch the game? They were playing in London. They beat the Jags 26-3. It was they handled them pretty darn well. There were a lot of concerns about Deshaun Watson's eye. Remember, he'd been kicked last week, and it turns out he had a secret. I was going to say sauce, but it's not sauce. But there was a secret to his recovery, and here it is.
That eye, how's the eye doing?
The eye's great. I got some, I tell you the key. The key is, it was the Popeyes spicy chicken sandwiches that I ate this week.
Come on.
That helped the eye, so make sure you know.
There's a nice little plug.
Okay.
Yeah. The Popeyes chicken sandwich he credits with helping his eye heal. I don't know, it might make my eye twitch, like sitting in that line for so long. It came back yesterday. I don't know if you know, if you're aware. See, I feel like you either don't care or you're super invested and you know, and you were probably in line yesterday. My roommate was in line 10 minutes before the Popeyes near our house was supposed to open. He waited for like more than an hour because the computers were down. It was something weird. He eventually did get his hands on it. He was one of these people. Look at that line. This is on Ella in North Houston. I don't know that any food is going to be worth that for me. Maybe creme brulee. No, not even creme brulee, because everybody can make creme brulee. Is there a food that you would wait in line for like that? I just can't. I don't know. I see that, and like I said, it makes my eye twitch. Forecast today, it's going to be pretty nice. Blake says we're talking about a high around 70. There will be some more clouds, but check this out. Cold front later this week. You see highs dropping down to around 60. So maybe fall is really here. Oh yeah, also daylight saving time. So you got an extra hour back. How are you feeling today? A lot of people are complaining that they don't want it to be dark later. This is great news for me because I'm supposed to go to bed. Well, I should go to bed at like 6. Let's just say I don't. Because it's hard to go to bed when it's bright out. So at least I'll get a little help through March, and then it gets tough again, and we start this cycle all over again. What do you think? Should we just get rid of it? The answer is yes. That's the correct answer. All right, Jaime, what do you got for me? And also, I apologize if I sound like I'm kind of out of it. I'm kind of out of it.
We'll just say good morning to some of our viewers. Just to start off, good morning to Rosie. Good morning to Jackie, who's watching us from Humble. Let's see, who else? Jeremy says he's loving this not so hot front weather. Another good morning from Debbie Jo. Thank you guys for watching. Andy says he hopes you're okay, Brandi. Wishing you well.
I'm good now. Hey, I had an organ that was being a jerk, so he got voted off the island.
Yes. Actually, you're getting quite a few well wishes. LaShonda says get well soon. Says go home and heal.
I will. I will. I have not that I'm counting 1 hour and 21 minutes left.
Yeah. There's a lot of people are pretty sad in response to the our first story that we covered this morning about the couple that was found on Padre Island, and just sort of the mystery surrounding that discovery.
Yeah.
It's just.
I think a lot of people are fascinated by this. CBS News is live down there this morning too. If you watch CBS this morning, it's just such a scary prospect because here are two, kind of buddy system. They're a couple traveling around together. They've been doing this for a while, so you'd think they know the drill, know the steps to keep themselves safe, and yet here they are. It's really sad.
Jerry says, we always spend the night on the beach. Not sure if we will do that anymore. Yeah, this is kind of scary.
Clear, this was a opening in the sand dunes. It's called the Bowl, and it's a pretty desolate part of the beach, I guess, is where they were. It does scare you a little bit, though.
Absolutely.
I mean, I like camping. I've never done camping on the beach. That sounds actually really fun.
Yeah.
But I think I'd want to do it in a much more populated area, or at least like a campground where there were other people.
Absolutely. I mean, I know people may sometimes they want sort of, either privacy or just maybe be away from crowds, but then there's a risk that comes along with that. So.
To be sure.
Yeah.
It's a sad day and age we're living in now.
Yeah. On a different note, we definitely get some comments on the Popeyes chicken sandwich craze. One viewer says, "No food is worth that in line, unless it's post hurricane food." So yeah, there's that. I can't imagine waiting in line like that for anything, and not to I guess but especially not for fast food. Like it's just. I think the only thing I wouldn't mind waiting for is kind of meals that are cooked at home, not something that to go out for. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting in your car, waiting in line, causing a traffic jam.
Right.
I am sure it's good, and maybe in a month I'll try it. Actually, I can't try it now because of my surgery, which is really sad. My roommate offered to bring me some back, but I can't.
Oh.
Can't for a little while. Got to stay healthy for a bit.
I think Jennifer here is kind of echoing my sentiments. I'd rather keep my money and make my own food. I mean, yeah.
If you look, and I meant to do this earlier, if you look around, especially on Twitter, I know I've seen it on Facebook as well, there are the recipes for Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwich. I know because I've made that one, and it tastes just like it. You know what the key is?
What's that?
You marinate the chicken in pickle juice.
Yes.
Before moving to Texas, I never would have thought about doing that. And then there's also the recipe for Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Wow.
It involves a lot of spices in the mayonnaise, in the breading, marinating the chicken. Yeah, it's gonna be spicy.
And buying some of those chicken nuggets you can get like at places like Sam's or whatever, they're supposed to be like Chick-fil-A's. You can tell that that pickle juice, the vinegar, is much more prevalent in their recipes. You can tell, it's like you can identify it more. I guess when I've eaten Chick-fil-A before, I'd never really realized what it was that made it different, but now I can definitely see that.
Now you know.
Yeah.
So you can just make it yourself, and it would probably take you less than an hour, and you wouldn't have to pay for gas, and you wouldn't have to be stuck with other people who are probably frustrated and moody.
Yeah, absolutely. In regards to daylight saving time, Jennifer says that, Ethel says fallback is my favorite time of the year. And I agree with you on the whole. Like, it's nice when it gets a little bit darker earlier, especially for people like us who have to go to bed early. I have a west-facing window in my bedroom too, so it makes it even worse. Yeah. It's so difficult.
Yeah, we all like the falling back. It's the springing forward that hurts. Actually, we did a story this morning. There are more heart attacks the week after we spring forward than any other. Like, there's a huge jump because losing even just that hour of sleep is that detrimental to your health. Isn't that wild?
I can understand that. I mean, even sometimes when, like when my schedule changes a bit, coming in, whether it be 30 minutes or an hour coming on to work, it makes a big difference. Like, you feel it the rest of the day.
Not just that, you operate at a different speed. So initially when I started on the morning shift, I was supposed to be here at 3:30 in the morning. And then in the 2 years since I've been on this shift, it's gone from 3:30 to 3 to 2:30 to 2. So I was getting up at 2:30 and now I'm getting up at like 1:15. I move slower, just inherently, at 1:15 than I do at 2:30. And it's crazy because I'm doing all the same things. I'm going through the same routine. I'm not adding anything. I'm not subtracting anything. But it probably takes me an extra 5 minutes to like go through the whole showering, brushing my teeth, contacts in, getting dressed process.
Yeah.
Compared to later in the morning when you're just like moving a little faster.
Absolutely.
This is just me. Do you guys do that too? I don't know if your schedule has changed substantially and you've been able to take note of that, but I'm telling ya, there's a speed difference between 1:30 in the morning and really any other time. 1:30 in the morning is brutal.
Yeah.
And with that rant, should we wrap it up?
That sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for enduring this update today. I should be, better along the road to recovery tomorrow. There's going to be another update here at 2:15, so you should tune in for that, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a good day.